Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit with Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today, Monday, November 25th, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the talk, or the tube, or not. Totally up to you. Please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. We're excited for you. If some of it does not, please just leave it on the table for someone else. We don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. All right. Intuitive City Oracle by Rob Barthelman, intuitiveintention.com, or you can look for it in the TikTok shop if you so desire. I haven't seen it lately, but it was in there. We got one on the table. Two on the table. Whoa. Okay, we've got three on the table and one card in reverse. 4 on the table, 5 on the table, 1 major. This one's turned over. Okay. So we got 5 on the table, 1 major, and 1 card is in reverse. Holy shh. Okay. Wait. We've got 6 cards on the table. We've got 1 card in reverse. We've got 2 major. One of those majors is in reverse. Let's do 2 more shuffles. Okay, what the heck? Is this it? Is this the reading? Okay, 2 more shuffles. 7 on the table, 1 in reverse, 2 major, 1 major in reverse. 8 on the table, 9 on the table. We've got 10 on the table with bottom of the deck. We've got 1 card in reverse. We've got 3 major, and one of those majors is in reverse. Holy shit. Top of the deck is the Hermit, Page of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of the deck is the Fool and 2 of Pentacles. With a Knight of Pentacles with a Hierophant. Okay. We've got the 7 of Cups. 7 of Swords. Swords. We've got the 5 of Wands in reverse. Usually we get that upright. We got the 3 of Cups. We've got the Chariot. We've got the World in reverse. And we got the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Swords. We got King of Swords. And then bottom of the deck is a Last Judgment. Okay. Feminine, masculine, take how it resonates. Doesn't matter. So I'm getting a couple of things from this reading. Okay. One, it could just be you. Could be a combination of these things too. So one, it could be just you with the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Five of Wands in reverse. You might not be honest being honest with yourself about your goals, your aspirations, about what you want for your future, who you want in your life, in your future. Okay. With the five of wands in reverse, um basically God, your angels, your ancestors, your dearly departed loved ones are saying, please figure your shit out so we can resolve this. So with the Three of Cups, with the Three of Cups, the Chariot, and the World in reverse, again, this could just be you needing to work out your issues to bring in, to, how do I say this? Like finalize like unfinished details, like things you need to work on, things you might put on the back burner, things you might be ignoring on purpose. And again, like you might, like with this, with the Seven of Swords, like you might not be honest being you. Okay, why can't I talk? You might not, you're not being honest with yourself, okay? You might not be being honest. I feel like that's not even a correct way to say a sentence. Like that's I don't want to tell you you're not being honest because maybe this isn't for you, but at the same, I don't know, whatever. You're not being honest with yourself about like unfinished situations, people maybe that you left in the past that you never cut the cord with, that you never resolved anything with. Because once you work on all of that, like look at all this amazing stuff. Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, new beginnings, clarity on your situation, clarity on what you want now and what you want going forward, making sound decisions with this King of Swords. And as always with the Last Judgment, just if you kind of stopped getting out of the habit, like don't be afraid to, sorry, I'm picking at my nail because it's coming off. Like my nail. And I want to bite it off, but I don't want to do that on camera. Because it's annoying me. Like Last Judgment for me, for whoever this is for this read, is just you really need to like analyze yourself from within. And I think mentally, your heart space, because I feel like you're in some type of stagnation, like you're just sitting there waiting for things to happen, but things aren't happening because you're maybe not dealing with things from the past. Again, situations, peoples. Okay, I cannot talk. I was just fine. I literally was talking to the cats for like a half an hour and was just fine. I also feel very twitchy and kind of nervous. Maybe somebody feels twitchy and nervous. That's going to go into the next part of this. So, like I said, I think you just need to like reevaluate, look back on specific things. Like you know we've talked about this before. I was just talking about this the other day. Um not that this necessarily has anything to do with it, but it's a good example. When I said that, like, something happens to you and someone owes you an apology, but there's people out there that say, oh, like, nobody owes you an apology for anything, which on one hand, kind of correct, but on the other hand, not kind of correct. And I've said before that only a narcissist would tell you that you're not owed an apology when someone fucks you over. I believe that. I believe that. And when I say you're owed an apology for someone fucking you over, is that true? Yeah, of course. Like, if somebody treats you like shit and fucks you over, they should fucking apologize at some point. Is that gonna happen? Probably 99.999% likely it's not gonna happen, right? We always like to think that we're gonna get resolutions to old situations, past people, and it just doesn't usually happen like that. So my whole point is if you have things like that from your past, similar things, not necessarily the same, I think it's just a call for you to put things to bed. Like, and again, I think I said this yesterday. Like, you are always more than welcome to talk about your past. You are always more than welcome to talk about the things that have happened to you, the good and the bad, because that's your story. And you should share that. If you're willing to share it, you should share it, because that is knowledge for other people. That is like, hey, look at me. Don't do this. Don't get involved with this. Don't be a sucker like I was, right? Like, these are inspirational type stories when things happen to you and you overcome them. When people treat you like garbage and you kick them to the curb. These are things that people need to hear so that they're like you. However, at the same time, like, I'm going to throw out an example. Like, let's say we'll just use the standard, right? Like, you're dating someone, they cheat on you, they ghost you, you don't even really get a breakup, you never hear from them again. No, they never come forward and apologize. It's like 5-10 years later, and you're still like, okay, I'm waiting. Honey, you're going to be waiting a long time. These are the situations that I'm referring to in this read, like things that you need to go back and look over and realize, like, it might not happen the way you were hoping that it would happen. And again, that's not to say, in 20 years somebody doesn't come back and apologize. That's not to say somebody's on their deathbed and they're like, oh, I really got to apologize to so and so, like, I really fucked them over. Things happen, things not within your control. The thing is how long are you going to keep waiting for things to resolve themselves when really you just need to resolve it from within for you and move on, right? And again, don't get me wrong, like, my mindset on what happened with the ex-best friend, most of you guys know my story. My ex-best friend of 30 plus years sexually assaulted me twice in 2022, set me up with a man that she was secretly fucking, and wanted me to be in some type of threesome with them, but didn't even have the balls to, like, tell me the truth. Like, they thought I was a moron and they thought they were just going to lure me into some situation like I was a stupid lamb or something, when really the whole fucking time I was the wolf. Like, I knew what they were doing. I played along to gather information for myself. And when I finally was done, I was like, okay, like, I'm done. And the way I felt about that situation last year at this time is nowhere near how I feel about it now. And we're talking, I mean, the last time I talked to her was in October of 2022. So it's been over 2 years with her. And the last time that I talked to the man involved was in January of 2023. It will be almost 2 years since I've talked to him. My mindset on that whole situation and me dealing with it and what do I expect from them and what do I expect of myself, Like, it has totally changed. It has totally changed. I think this is just a reading telling you, like, and again, everybody works in their own time. I get it. I get it. But it's kind of like a little push. It's like God giving you a little push saying, hey, remember, never forget, always encourage others by telling your story, always help others by telling your story, but figure out a way to let it go for the most part, right? Realize you're not going to get an apology. Realize nobody's going to come forward and say, I'm sorry. Realize you're never going to get that closure that you always wanted. Realize you're probably never going to see these people again. I mean, first, that might vary, but you know what I'm saying. Because this is saying that after you let all that shit go, like, good stuff is going to start coming in. Now, the second part, and it could be in conjunction with, it could be totally different. It depends on your situation of who I'm talking to. So this, the Seven of Cups and the Seven of Swords and the Five of Swords in reverse remains the same for me. Like, that is you being called out to work on something, to set something right for yourself, okay? And again, it does have to do with the World in reverse, like it's unfinished, like you need to finish it. Again, you do what you need to do in your own time. If you believe in ancestors and angels and all that jazz, you believe in God, talk to them about it. Don't be afraid to talk. I talk all the time. Sometimes I just give them the look, like, with this Three of Cups, the Chariot, and the World in reverse. So I kind of hate to throw it out there, but I'm just going to say it. This could be somebody coming back from the past with, again, unfinished business with the World in reverse, looking for some type of new beginning, looking to give clarity on a situation, on a past situation, on their situation. And with the King of Swords, this would be someone coming in, a very matter of a fact, saying the truth, not holding anything back. Like, I'm coming to you to tell you the truth. This is what it is. I hope it helps you. I hope it's closure. Whatever the case may be. It's unfinished business of some kind. It could be anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a past lover. It could be a friendship. It could be a family member. It could be a work situation. It could be a pet situation. I mean, literally, it could be anything, right? It depends on who you are, how this pertains to you, your own situation. And at the end, last judgment, self-evaluation. This is finishing up something from the past, finishing up something that was basically like stagnant, left unfinished, and evaluating, like looking, like if somebody comes in with some type of clarity and truth, you need to digest that, whatever it pertains to. Like, you're going to take it in, you're going to digest it, you're going to figure it out for yourself, how it works for you, what it has to do with you. You could be calling judgment on a situation. If somebody comes in with some information, you could be calling judgment on a situation. You could be calling judgment on a person. You could be calling judgment on yourself. You could just be going within after you learn this information and say, okay, does this really pertain to me now? And again, the best example I can use is like a relationship. Somebody cheated on you. They come back with clarity. They want to tell you what happened. They want to apologize, possibly say, I'm sorry. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But they want to give you clarity. And it's up to you what you do with that information after. Like, are you going to be upset and stew about it for the next 6 months? Or are you going to recognize that, okay, like, thank you for the truth, but you're about 10 years too late. Like, this doesn't even pertain to my life now. What does it, like, what does it matter? You know, we always say that we don't get closure when there's no reciprocal energy, right? Again, like if you break up with someone but they ghost you and they never talk to you again and they block you and you don't get that closure, right? But eventually when you think about it, when you're ready to let that situation go, that's your closure. That's your closure. When you're at the point where you're like, you know what? Like, why am I holding on to this moron? Like, they didn't realize how fabulous I was. They didn't realize how great we would be together. Why have I been thinking about them for the last 5 years? It hasn't done me any good. I'm still in the same spot I was in 5 years ago because I couldn't let this go. Like, I need to let it go. It's just recognizing that you can give yourself your own closure. Is it technically the closure you would probably desire? No. No, it's not. But you have to recognize at some point you have to move on. You're going to sit here for the next 50 years and think about some man or some woman that didn't realize how fucking fabulous you are, and you're going to stew about it when you could be out there meeting someone that like absolutely adores you on first sight. I'm just saying. So it could be one of these situations. It could be both of these situations. I mean, technically both anyway, when you think about it. I'm just not sure that all of you are going to get a past person coming back. You know what I'm saying? Or like some type of past situation being brought up. Like, it might not resonate for everybody. And it's kind of funny because when I first felt out this unfinished business, someone coming towards you, the possibility of someone coming towards you, when I was looking at the Three of Cups, I immediately thought friends. So for most of you, it might just be like an old friend, like you haven't talked to in a while that wants to get reacquainted. Um, Maybe they want to clear up something from the past. I don't know. But when I first saw the Three of Cups, that was my first thought was, oh, friends. Now the Chariot, everybody's like, oh, that means it's coming in fast. Again, divine timing. What is fast? Fast could be like in the next 3 hours. Fast could be in the next year and a half. I mean, you're talking about divine timing. You're talking about other people's lives and their timelines, right? And the divine could be like, okay, come on, let's go. Like, go apologize to this person. Go talk to this person. That person could sit on that for like 6 months. I mean, let's just be honest. Because I've said this before, everybody's on their own path, everybody's on their own schedule, their own timeline. So when we say the Chariot and it's coming in fast, really when you think about it, it's really just coming in divine timing, and that could be anything. I'm also going to say this too. If this is a friend coming in with unfinished business, with the world in reverse, they might have something to say about new beginnings for themselves. Okay? Like this would be like um we'll just say two guy friends that fell out of their friendship. 2 years later, this one friend is like, "Hey, like let's get together and chat. I really miss you. I want to see you." And then when the two of you come together to talk, this person's like, "Oh, I got married. I had 2 kids." Uh, You know what I mean? Like you're like, "Oh, okay, like you had a lot of new beginnings." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this person might come in saying that they did all these new things without you. Like you didn't know. Cuz even that could give you some type of clarity on a past situation with this person, or, And I said before, like I feel like whoever this person that comes in, again, take how it resonates for you, friend or not. It's gonna be very matter of fact. It's gonna be very like to the point. Like if they fucked up, they're gonna be like, I know I fucked up. And this is how I fucked up, and this is why I fucked up, and if there's an apology, they give you an apology. It's gonna be very like concise. It's gonna be very like to the point. Um I think if you ask questions, this person's going to answer them as best they can. Um, because if you ask them a question and it doesn't necessarily like involve them, I don't know, like, or if you ask them like a almost like a philosophical type question, this person might be kind of like what? But I think for the most part, this person is going to be truthful. And I'm not even necessarily getting like they're they're gonna apologize or ask for forgiveness or anything like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, they still might apologize, but the whole forgiveness thing, like for some reason I'm not really seeing that. So again, maybe like if you got fucked over by them, like they'll come in to apologize, but they know that they're not going to be forgiven, or they suspect that you're not going to forgive them. I don't know. Like for me, it's almost not even part of the situation. So maybe why this thing is always moving around. Um, so maybe maybe they don't really have anything to be forgiven for. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe for some they're not going to apologize, maybe some are. Or maybe for some or for most, maybe they're going to feel like it's even too late to apologize, but they want to tell you their story. They want to tell you their side of the story. Maybe. Because again, I'm not getting like bad energy. I'm not getting like, oh, I'm going to fuck you over a second time, or, like I'm just going to tell you a bunch of shit. Like, I'm not really getting that. And I'm actually pretty, like I said before, I feel like kind of twitchy and nervous. So this person might be like nervous, but they're still going to come in and say what they have to say. And again, they're going to be honest about it to the best of their ability. And I don't really. I said that you could be calling judgment on a situation, on a person. I'm not, and you could be, take how that resonates for you. But I'm really getting more or less like this is just gonna be when this. information comes in, it's going to clarify something for you. And it's just going to be a way for you to go within, do what you need to do for yourself, and move on. And I'm also, like I said, this person might have their own new beginnings. They may want a new beginning with you, maybe both. But I don't think if they want a new beginning, like, I'm not seeing any pressure. I'm not seeing any like meanness or anything like that. And it could just go back to the fact that this person, they might just feel the need to tell the truth and say what they have to say, knowing that they might not get a reconciliation, they might not get forgiveness. My opinion, the only thing that I won't forgive is like people that have abused me, people that like mentally, physically, sexually abuse my heart space, anything like that. I'm not forgiving you. You can go to God for that. You can most definitely go to God for that, and maybe He will forgive you. Because I'm at the point where I don't even need the apology. Like, somebody coming in to clarify a situation, to say something, to tell the truth. I mean, really, they're just doing that for themselves at this point. And I'm not even just talking about the ex-best friend and the guy. I'm talking about other friends that I let go of, all of that stuff. Like, at this point, you're really just doing it for yourself, which is fine, but like, I don't feel like I need it. Like, I'm just going to keep moving forward in my life the way I am. Like, somebody coming in to tell me the truth of a past situation, yeah, it could make me emotional, it could make me sad, it could make me happy, upset, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get over it, and I'm going to keep moving forward for myself, because that's just who I am. That's who I've always been. And like I said, if this is something that happened years ago, like, I'm not going to stew in it. I don't have time for shenanigans. And I don't really mean like the person coming in, like just me. Like, shenaniganing myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to sabotage myself. And again, it took me a long time to get here, guys. You're talking like 2 years it took me to get here with the ex best friend, the guy. And next March is when I stopped being friends with two of my other friends that I was friends with for like 20 years. So, like, for me, it's done. It's been done for a while. Like, and that's not to say I don't talk about it. That's not to say I don't write about it, because I do. But like, it's over and done. It has been. I have no idea what these people have going on in their lives. I Not to be mean, but I could care less. And I'm happy living my own life the way I've been going, you know? I'm on my own healing journey. I'm on my own journey. Like, I don't really have time to fuck around with the past. I don't mind revisiting it. Again, if somebody comes in and wants to say something, fabulous. But it's not going to break me. It's not going to end me. I mean, raped 3 times, sexually assaulted 3 times, physically assaulted once, emotionally, mentally, and verbally abused by a loved one my whole life. If none of that broke me, they're not going to break me now. So, like, for me, this is, what do they say? Like the gnat? Like, just the annoying gnat that won't go away. And I completely understand if some of you are not in that same place. Again, everybody is on their own path. Everybody heals differently. Everybody goes at their own pace. So Everybody's going to be different. I think I'm going to let it go at that, because I could just keep rambling about the same BS over and over. So I'm going to let it stand at that. I cannot talk. This person might be a little tongue-tied when they come back to talk to you, maybe. Because I was fine earlier. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope everybody had a great Monday, whether you worked or were at home. Doesn't matter. I hope it was fabulous. I hope everybody has a good night, and I will talk to you later. Bye.